Hi! Okay, I'm gonna show you and tell you about my ring, and I'll tell you how the actual engagement went down. Max did such a great job, which should not be surprising because he's the most, like, thoughtful, smart, competent human being in the world. I'm not surprised that he did a great job, but I am grateful. Here's the ring. We talked about rings and engagement like 2.5 years ago. And so I told him what I liked and what my ring size was and what I wanted from an engagement and all of that. But that means we haven't really talked about it recently, so he had to remember a lot of the details. I had told him I wanted a round diamond with a square setting, so he remembered that. We also talked a lot about whether the band should be silver or diamond because we both kind of agreed they each had their own merit. So what he ended up doing was both. You can see they're intertwined, which is also cute because it's, you know, the two of us and like he's the silver and I'm the diamonds and we're all like intertwined forever and it's all cute and romantic and whatever. Okay, now for the details of the actual engagement. So the big thing about the setting is that my parents went to Greece a few years before I was born and they made a home video talking to like feature me the whole time, even though my mom literally wasn't even pregnant yet. They just knew they were gonna have a kid. And I watched it when I was a teenager and I was like, I wanna go to Greece. And my dad was like, wait till you found your person. It's a great like romantic trip. So I was like, okay, I will. And then when Max and I were trying to figure out where to go for our anniversary this year, I was like, oh my God, Greece. And once I told him the story and showed him the video, apparently is when he was like, oh my God, this is the perfect place to propose. So that's like the first thing. He did it on a private cliff overlooking the blue domes of Santorini and the ocean and had a guitarist and there were rose petals everywhere and candles. It was so romantic. And right after he asks the question and I say yes and I'm like doubled over crying, someone from the hotel staff walks up and hands us 2 beautiful glasses full of a beverage and I'm like, what is this? And then I take a sip of it and I realize that it's Bailey's, which is what we drank the first night that I went to his apartment, like our first night hanging out, because it was the only thing in the apartment. And so every year on our anniversary, we like drink Bailey's to celebrate, which is very silly and cute. So then I like doubled over crying even more because of the sense memory of the smell. I just thought it was the cutest detail. And then somebody else from the hotel comes up and hands me a card. Oh God, I'm gonna cry again just thinking about it. And it's got a really sweet message from our best friends on it, just saying that they love us and can't wait for forever. It's just the cutest thing. So anyway, then we did a photo session because he had a photographer and videographer there. So I will get the video and photo soon and share it with you guys. And then we went back to the hotel to change for dinner and there were like roses and candles in the hotel room and I cried again. He'd also had all of our friends wake up at like 7 a.m. on a Sunday their time so that they would be awake when it happened. So we texted all the friends and then we went to dinner, which was in another private area of this cliff. And it was like a 14-course tasting menu and wine pairing of the most unbelievable food you've ever seen at this gorgeous table. You can see it, it's all on my Instagram. And it was just the two of us watching the sunset and we got to talk about all the details of the engagement and how he like planned it and kept it a secret. It was just so special. So yeah, I'm a fiance. Now I have to plan a wedding and I'll show you the photos and videos as soon as I have them. Yay.